Hey everybody, how you doing today? Mikey's back with a nicotine pouch review. And now that I'm on camera, this hat, the coloring of this hat makes the bill, looks like it's sticking way out, but it's the same length as all my other hats, but it just looks, maybe it's because it's flat. I don't know. This one's going up on eBay soon, so I don't like it. It fits weird. Anyway, nicotine pouches, yes, not hats. Today I'm trying Sesh, or is that Sesh Plus? It's their wintergreen flavor, 6 milligram in strength. This is made in Sweden. This is a Swedish made nicotine pouch. 20 pouches per container with the obligatory government warning. Plastic can with stickers. On the side you are looking at Sesh wintergreen nicotine pouches. Pharma grade nicotine, 6 milligrams, and it gives 2 out of 4 stars for the strength. And it says it's made in Sweden with their website given. And it even has directions, an itty bitty little print that I can barely make out. Place it in your upper lip, enjoy for 30 minutes, dispose of when finished, not intended for ingestion. Do not eat the pouches. This has your obligatory catch lid. And on the back, we are looking at all kinds of information there in itty bitty little printing. Sesh nicotine pouches are a convenient and discreet nicotine alternative. Premium S nicotine slim format moisture enhancers. No stains, no spitting, fits discreetly, and no dry pouches. Contains nicotine and food grade ingredients. Has a lot number, and I have a little over 10 months to finish this can. Made in Sweden, has some warning labels, not for sale to minors, blah, 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 blah. And sale is only allowed in the United States. And they tell you again not to eat the pouches. Alrighty. So, that being said, let's get this bad boy open. And no, I'm not going to eat the pouches. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to eat the pouches. I'm really glad they told me that twice. I'm not eating the pouches. I could have made a terrible mistake. I'm assuming these are moist pouches because I got 2 of them clinging to the lid. And, yes, ooh, these are moist pouches. Not as moist as one of the other brands, but these would be a close. These are ranking up there with some of the other moisture pouches. I like moist pouches. They remind me of dip. The moist pouches has that. Alrighty. Some people complain about these type of pouches. These are the thin, long, skinny ones. They come compacted. Well, you just put them in your finger, just roll them around, loosen up all the ingredients in there, and you're fine. That's all you got to do. If that's too much trouble, then stick with your dry pouches. I like the flavor, and I like the feel, the flavor, and the nicotine release from the moist pouches over the dry. That's just my personal preference. Your mileage may vary. Sweet. Got some wintergreen action going on, that's for sure. Not over the top wintergreen, but it's definitely a stronger wintergreen compared to some of the others I've tried. It's not overly sweet though. I'd call this moderate sweetness. Not getting much of a contact sensation, getting some contact sensation, but it's, on the lower key side of some of the nicotine pouches I've tried. Some of them you put them in and it's just like, it burns, it just really grabs you. This one is more subtle. You definitely got that contact sensation, a little bit of burn, but it's not distracting, it's not over the top. All in all, first impression, not bad. Yeah, when I'm reviewing nicotine pouches, I move them around quite a bit just to get a feel and flavor from kind of no matter where I put it in my mouth, see what it does. So when I'm just using them at work, they stay in one place. When I'm doing a review, I move them around, just try to maximize the flavor and get a feel for, you know, does this one do really good up here, but it sucks down there, you know, that kind of a thing. I think this is my first made in Sweden nicotine pouch. All the others, they're either made in the United States, China, or India. Um, the ones from India are actually pretty good. All the ones I've tried from India are moist pouches like this. Now, one of them's even way moist than this. I could put my finger on some of those pouches and the pouch will stick to my finger. It's got that nice tacky moisture feeling to it. The Indian pouches are good. The American pouches is a mixed bag, depends on who's making them and what they're made out of. This one's pretty darn good. It's got just enough sweetness, just enough wintergreen, give you that nice hit of flavor. It's not giving you too much of a wintergreen burn. It's light on the wintergreen burn, but there's a little bit there. And for me personally, these plumper pouches like this with the filler material, I tend to get a more sustained, steady nicotine release from these. The dry pouches, the contents just like dissolve, you know, like that, and you get hit with a nice nicotine burst all of a sudden. These guys tend to be a little more, you know, steady release of nicotine, which I enjoy. This is a 6 milligram. It's right in my wheelhouse for comfort. The nicotine is there, but it's not going nicotine. My upper limit right now for me personally is 6 or 8, or I mean 8 or 9. I can do 8 or 9s. I definitely feel it, but it doesn't make me loopy or anything. But my comfort zone is about a 6 milligram personally. You guys who can do the 15, 20, 25, 30 milligram pouches, more power to you. You'll never see me review anything higher than maybe a 12. Okay? I'm not going to try and kill myself on camera. I value my personal health and safety more than cheap entertainment for you guys. So, yeah, I'm not going to puke on camera. You're not going to make me do it. I don't want to. I do have some Siberia snus down in my freezer. I got sent a sample of it when I did an order. It's probably going to be, I'm going to leave that to my grandkids when I die. I'm probably never going to try it because I'm scared to death of trying that stuff. The nicotine level on that one there is like 22, 23, something like that. Yeah. No. And if I ever get to where my nicotine tolerance is that high, I'm going to cut way back. Personally, I try and regulate my nicotine. I try not to take too much throughout the day. If I feel like I'm getting too much nicotine in my system, I'll switch to like a coffee pouch, or I'll just don't have anything for a while. I'm trying not to get, you know, I enjoy my nicotine, but I'm trying to not to get hopelessly hooked on nicotine to where I keep having to up the dosage to get the feel. I'm regulate myself to where a 6 to 9 milligram is comfort. This nicotine right now is definitely, after a couple of minutes now, it's definitely in my system. I'm feeling it. It's not bowling me over, not hitting me in the head with a hammer, but I can definitely feel the nicotine. So this does have nicotine. You know, I'm at 9 minutes in. I probably put this in what, about the 3-minute mark. So 6 minutes to where you're actually feeling the nicotine pretty steady. That's not bad at all. Nice, sustained, slow release, which I appreciate. This can seems a little thinner. Not much, just a hair. Yeah, it's roughly the same size as other nicotine pouch cans, but there's something about it, it just feels more streamlined. It's like rounded edges, I guess. I don't know. It feels slightly smaller. It might be just a fraction, not much at all, but it definitely, for some reason, it has a more slim feel in my hand. I'm not sure why. because comparing that to a Zin thing, I mean, you're talking, about a 16th of an inch, maybe, difference in size, but that and the rounded edges is just enough to, it actually has a very good feel in the hand, which is kind of interesting. All in all, flavor is still sticking around. It's got, just enough sweetness, just enough wintergreen. It's a good combination. All in all, these guys are pretty good. They're very good pouches. I'm definitely going to be, I'll probably reorder myself some, try some different flavors. That's for sure. And they're made in Sweden. Those guys know their nicotine. Sweden's one of the few countries in the world that's actually embraced alternative nicotine products. Their goal is to be smoke-free by 2025, which is this year. And currently, roughly about only 5% of the Swedish population smokes. It was over 12% just 10 years ago. I mean, they've knocked it way down. And they encourage people, give up smoking. Use snus. Snus was invented in Sweden, so they're got a long tradition of snus. And they've actually lowered their taxes on snus to make snus more affordable to people. They raised the taxes on cigarettes and they lowered it on snus. They're trying to encourage more and more people to go to snus or nicotine pouches. And it's working for them. Only 5% of the population smokes over there anymore. Their cancer rates related to tobacco use is 40% less than the rest of Europe. And the rest of Europe's trying to regulate the living daylights out of alternative products. Like, go to France. France has over 27% of their population smokes. Yeah. And they're very restrictive. Germany is kind of in the same boat. They have a lot of smokers in their country, and they've actually banned nicotine pouches in Germany. Sweden, on the other hand, has embraced alternative products, and they have the lowest smoking rate in Europe, and they have the lowest cancer rate in Europe. Why more countries aren't adopting their blueprint, I do not know. I kind of wish America would, because America's heading down the path of France and Germany. They're wanting to ban everything except for natural tobacco flavors. In my home state of Oregon, there's a bill going through right now. They want to ban all flavored nicotine products. Cigarettes, dip, chew, vapes, nicotine pouches, anything with nicotine in it. If it's flavored, it will be banned. The only exceptions are natural tobacco flavor and cannabis. Yeah, I wonder who wrote that bill who likes their weed, because they threw that exception in there. Go figure. So yeah, if it looks like that bill is going to be heading to the floor and start getting traction, Oregon will pass it. Our legislature's bought and paid for. They're all the anti-tobacco, anti-nicotine crowd. But you can smoke all the weed you want, and they don't have a problem with hardcore drugs. And they actually have some laws that protect pedophiles. But tobacco is evil. Oregon is screwed up. Sorry, political rant over. Sesh nicotine pouches. I really like these. They're good. Oregon lawmakers, not so much. They're driving me crazy. Yeah. Flavor's dying down on this. I would say 20 minutes tops for these guys for flavor. The can says 30 minutes, 20. I would say 20. It still has flavor in it, but it's definitely on the downward spiral. So I would say 20 minutes tops for the flavor on these guys. Nicotine release isn't bad. It's a nice, sustained, steady nicotine release. I'm actually still feeling the nicotine. Usually by this point, if I had, one of the drier pouches, nicotine hit and it's already fading. These guys, more sustained release, which is nice. Anyway, if you enjoy the content, be sure to like and subscribe. I appreciate it. I will catch you guys later with another dip, chew, snooze, snuff, or alternative tobacco review. Until next time, I will catch you all later. Take care.